Don't do that, that'll really hurt.
That's what it was doing, yeah.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, but I've got to do it upside down. Oh my god, it's raw!
They were the codes, and they were active codes. Now they're all stored codes, which is excellent. So let's clear those codes. Fuel pressure sensor low, which looks like it might be something that we need to address as well, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. So, fuel pressure sensor. I'm guessing it's on the back of the fuel rail, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
for one of those.
Just like to help.
So, from what I remember from the last time we had this car, and as Steve kindly pointed out earlier, it's sitting down the back of this.
Yes.
Where I can't see it because I'm not talking.
Okay. Go around the side then.
For all the short people, oh, it looks like a bit of a bodge going on here. What we have
is a Drake Box 2, designed for speed. Doesn't look very speedy.
fitted by the previous owner, I might add.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Not always helpful, but the fuel rail pressure sensor,
It's here. It's
I
this.
think, might be being interrupted. It looks like it is. Yeah, that's the one coming from this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is
On the end of this.
it that one?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
that's
that
it.
one. So, I'm guessing uninterrupt it,
Okay.
because that's not at the best angle for wiring for stoppers.
No, I think that needs a bit of a cutter.
Yeah. And this one doesn't look great either, down here.
No.
Wibbly, I'll be honest. So, yeah. Do you want to carefully... Oh, you're going for the ultimate...
It's right, these are tiny, they're not just making my hand look big.
They are really tiny. There we
Oh,
go.
didn't even cut it, it
Just shattered into...
yeah,
Oh,
just
nice.
shattered it.
Nice. So, wow. Oh, that's the original one then, is it? That's the original. Oh, loads of
Gunk on that.
Okay, so that's not helping.
no. And then this is your interrupter lead. Well, I'm going to struggle with this because it's very, very hot. Yeah, very, very, very hot. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely cooled it down.
Done it?
Yeah, yeah. What I probably need is a pair of long pliers, I'm thinking.
Long pliers, right.
I will be very interested to see what happens to those readings. So off camera we did do a reading of the fuel pressure at idle, which seemed to be 250 bar. And then when we disconnected the Drake box completely, it went to a static 330 bar, which in itself was an error, and then came up saying high fuel pressure as an error. So we've cleared that. So the next step is to try and figure out if we put this back to stock and remove the box completely, do we actually get a different effect?
Okay.
That works. There we go.
There we go.
That is now off. That is out of the way. Tuck that up there out of the way.
And then just plug that back in.
Plug that one back in, hopefully.
Right.
So that is now not doing anything. So
The cable goes up there, under there, round to the horrid box.
yes,
It's now completely disconnected.
comes back and then goes back into the loom again. That is the general thing, isn't it, with that one?
Okay.
So what we'll need to do, come back around here, we'll start it up again. fuel rail pressure. So it's currently sitting at 250 bar. So again, it may alter that fuel rail pressure reading at different points of the pressure. Who knows what it's doing? But that's the only thing it's connected to, is the fuel rail sensor.
Yeah.
Or any fault codes come out.
Well, we're getting a reading, whereas before with the box unplugged, then you get nothing because there's nothing for it to loop back through. But now it's plugged in, we're getting a reading similar to what we were getting previously.
What a very interesting graph.
It's ticking over quite nicely now.
It is ticking over much more.
There's no wobbles.
No, it was definitely a little wobbly before.
Yeah, like it had a mind of its own.
Varying the fuel pressure a little more than it was. It's a ripple rather than it being a wave like it was before.
So there you go, folks. Don't fit tuning boxes. Just get it done properly into the ECU with a proper remap.
Does seem a lot happier.
Without doubt.
We haven't got any evidence that we're happy with the first time.
Okay, let me go and replicate that. That's what it was doing, yeah. Before it was making some strange noises.
Fit it back again, see what it does it. Oh, don't do that, that'll really hurt.
Okay. See if it wants to make any. Yeah, it does seem conveniently stable now.
I think that box is just completely shot.
It's read the values that this potentially could be from minus 3,276 to plus 3,276, which aren't necessarily the values that it will be, but that's what it establishes them to be, which is then what it uses as the graph.
Ah, okay.
But they're actually nowhere near what those values actually are.
Yeah.
Which that's not very helpful.
Wow, that's informative.
It is informative. There's no way to change the scale.
Oh, I see. So you can't
Zoom in.
Yeah.
So you can change the scale to zoom in on it,
Yes.
but not the upper and lower limits of the scale. So I can open it up to full screen at the
And
moment.
then zoom into that
Yeah, so I can zoom in.
area.
So now we're on a ×1 zoom on the y-axis, but we're going from minus 3,276 to plus 3,276. But we're at 250, so we just sat,
Yeah.
and there is no zero. There's minus 0.05 is the middle line, and if you zoom in, all you're doing is zooming up like that.
Yeah.
And you can only zoom in 4 times, and you don't get any real clear indication of what the actual value is other than at the top, which doesn't help. Really, this needs a screen where you can say, oh, I'd like it to go from 200 to 300
Yeah.
and be able to edit it. I don't know whether you can. I don't know whether there's a way to do that. But it doesn't seem that I know how to do it
Yet.
Can we take that part?
You're going to take this apart?
Do a teardown.
Yeah, why not?
Probably not very exciting, but it might just be a load of components potted in potting compound and sealed up.
Be interesting to see. Well, then people can get to see what they're buying, can't they?
So, prepare for another video of
And you can take it
ripping
apart.
this apart.
Nice screws in the back. Yeah, thank you.
Right, let me go run this again and I'll just rev it and see whether it has the same behaviour that...
Oh, he's going to rev it.
See, before,
Watch out, boys and girls.
before it was jumping between 248 and 257 roughly, and now it's more regularly at 250. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Much smoother than with the bottom.
Yeah. So on the other graph, it went up, did like a molar shape, and then came down again. Whereas that's got a spike at the top.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes.
I can't make it do the same thing. No, can't make it do the same thing. No, won't do it.
Okay.
So it has changed the behaviour somewhat. It's interesting. Okay, well, there we go.
Happy days.
So, just a matter of putting some, you know, some planes in the background so nobody can hear what's going on.
Yeah. I guess we probably better put this back together.
Oh, while we're here,
Oh.
can we undo this and empty this thing?
Yes, you can.
Thanks.
So now, this extreme job.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
Look at your little face. I think I'm going to drop it.
No, it's more that when it comes undone, it's so full that it's going to leak out everywhere, and you end up with it going everywhere.
If I dropped it.
No, it's just it was too full.
Here we go.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, but I've got to do it upside down.
Should be the right way around, shouldn't it?
So
Yeah.
that way.
It's the right way up, so I'd have said it would go that way.
Yeah.
Would you?
Clockwise. There you go.
You alright?
First time for everything.
See if I can do it with my hand. Yeah.
How full is it?
Well, hopefully not too full.
Oh, it's glistening, but not full, not coming out yet. I'd imagine you'd have had a load of it in your hand.
Yeah. So, but ideally you don't want it overfilling anyway, because it could just completely defeat the object and make things worse, I think.
God, yes.
That's like putting water into your oil, isn't it?
Ooh.
Oh, that was
To be fair,
close.
it would
Significant.
potentially have been sucking it out anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a little bit too close. Let's pull that in there.
Oh, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That is nasty. Have a look in the bottom of that.
And yeah.
Goopy.
Hang on, didn't we need the road fixing?
Look. Put some,
Yeah.
put some 10mm stone in that, that'd be
Yeah.
handy, isn't it?
Well, when's the last time you opened that and had a look? Right, that long ago.
Yeah. Nice. Shall we clean this?
Yeah. I guess a bit of the old brake and clutch cleaner. Okay, so now we're going to go and do some cleaning of stuff. Yeah, here you go. Look at my ear.
And somewhere to put all of the waste products.
Yes. Which then goes to the recycling place and is disposed of correctly.
That's pretty close. Oh, lumpy.
How delicious.
Mm.
Okay.
Use that after you've done that to get this out, I guess. Depending on how thick that goes. How delicious.
Mm.
It is a bit, it's more like cooking than it is
Yes.
like dealing with car stuff. It's so goopy.
I should have got Jamie Oliver in. Ramsey would have been no good, would he?
No.
Censored the whole video. Oh my god, it's raw!
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so Ramsey, you'd have had to censor it all, but you know, Jamie Oliver, you got to subtitle it all. Ooh,
That's better.
That's better.
It's a bit shiny.
Bit of cloth.
Yes.
I'll do that.
That was
So rare we do get to put clean things back onto cars. Remember, installation is the
I'm working
opposite.
upside down, aren't I? I know that's the way I started. But then Simon started interviewing.
Yeah.
Confused me.
mind games.
He made me doubt myself. I suspect he did it on purpose.
Would I?
That's his sense of humour. Looks like it should be on the side of the Red Baron's biplane. There we go. Shall we reassemble?
Yes.
So.
Till the next time.
Nice.
Don't need that bit. Right.
Might just be a load of components potted in potting compound.
Wow, that's informative. There's a digital
Interesting.
display.
Yeah, and then just potting.
Yes.
So nothing. There's nothing in there.
There's a jumper there.
Or is it a button?
No, that's a jumper there, isn't
That
it?
is a jumper.
I think it's
Which is
potted in
also
as well.
potted in.
Yeah.
there. Well, you get to see nothing. It's a very exciting box of nothing.
I'm guessing that's where you plug in to
Test it.
test it or something. Yeah.
Test harness. It just stamps down, stamps up.
Yeah.
Goes off the button line. Yeah. Is it a button? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have worked. It'd be good to get some instructions, but
All I can say is that LED display must be very bright.
to be able to see it through the.
Well, no, because it's king bright.
Oh, is it King Bright? Oh, it is.
Yes.
Wow. I like it. Really bright, it's King Bright. Some isopropyl alcohol. Because it's non-conductive. Just leave it like that. See if it does anything.
If it doesn't dissolve it, you can clean it.
Yes, this is true. Not really.
No.
I now want to plug it back in and see what it does. Imagine you possibly set some sort of setting using the button
Yeah.
and the jumper.
Which is why it's got 4 screws on it so you can access that.
Yeah.